You read the Bible, Quran?
Of course.
Which Quran?
There's only one Quran. What are you talking about?
You sure there's a one Quran?
Are you sure what you're talking about?
Okay, let's.
Are you sure there's one Quran? There's a million Quran. And actually even Uthman, according to Muslims, he burned many Quran. And ask yourself, if they are the same Quran, why he burned them? Correct? If there is only one Quran, why in the world we want to burn the same book? There is a huge differences between them. And the Muslim, they say, oh, this is not really differences. We can prove them wrong in 2 seconds. Let us give you an example of many tons of things. In the Quran, which the Muslims, they print, you see there is the most common print, which is printed by Saudi Arabia. This is why it's more common, because it's for free. They give it for free, and the Saudi, they dominate the Islamic world with their money. So they printed. If we go in this verse as an example, chapter 36, verse number 38, it says, and the sun run and on its fixed course. The sun runs into fixed course, term appointed. Muhammad claimed that the sun goes every day from the east to the west to sleep under the throne of Allah, which is another proof of Muhammad being a fraud. But this is not the problem now. The Quran of Ibn Mas'ud say different thing. The Quran says, and the sun does not run. So there is a huge difference between the sun runs and the sun does not run. How we can prove that? Let us go to Ibn Kathir. Is Ibn Kathir a Muslim? Yes. Is he a scholar according to Muslims? Yes. Is he a liar? I believe so, because all of them, they are liars. But here, he got himself busted, and Muslim got busted. So, chapter 36, verse number 38, and this is Ibn Kathir. Let us go there. Ibn Kathir. And the sun runs into a fixed course. This is the same one we saw in the printed book, which most of Muslims have. Now, if we go down a little bit, you will see something really weird. Here, repeat again, and the sun runs into a fixed course. Look at this, and the sun runs with no fixed course. And this is the Quran of Ibn Mas'ud. And this is a recitation of Ibn Abbas. Read carefully. Is it the same Quran? Now this is change everything. So وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا, and the sun runs with no fixed course. Is it the same as the sun runs with course? This is a very little tiny example of how the Quran is messed up. Which one of them is the correct? They are the opposite. This is not about different reading, pronunciation. This is about different direction. What does the Arabic says? وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا. This is the Quran of Ibn Mas'ud and Ibn Abbas. Both of them, they say وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا. The most published Quran today says, and this is supposedly the Quran of Hafs, is the sun run into a fixed course. You just go up just few line, it says وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا. And this is the translation, just a few lines up. So when the Muslim, they say we have one Quran, we die laughing. And not to forget to mention that the goat, she ate the Quran, and the goat until now is wanted. If you know anything about this goat, please call the Sharia of Taliban court, because we are looking for her. We publish a picture for her, but because she is a female and picture of female is haram, so we could not publish it for public in order to avoid temptation for male of Taliban. You know, they get excited for anything. Anything is a female walking with 2 or 4. So if we go now to the video again, the Muslim Abdul will say something more.
Let's see.
I've heard what you're saying from a lot of other Christians.
Oh, a lot of
They don't have
them.
anything to back it up. There is no other Quran.
Okay.
Anywhere in the world, there's one Quran. We're not talking about one.
I'm gonna go back. Okay, what is this?
With no
Have you guys had any tried to talk to these Muslims or whatever?
Yeah, that's one of here.
one of them right here.
Oh, you want?
Yeah, we are talking to. Yeah,
They don't accept the Bible,
yeah, I know.
so I just had to walk away. If you don't accept the
You
Bible,
accept the Bible, but the original Bible. Not
Yeah,
the
like a
version
original Quran. That's what he's gonna tell it like original
Hold on.
Quran.
Let me speak.
Yeah.
How many versions of the Bible there are there?
How many Quran?
How many versions of the Bible you have, Christians? And this is actually exactly what I wanted to talk about today, right? How many versions of the Bible you have? We don't have versions of the Bible. You see, when we say version, this is a translation. We have 1 billion translation, but the Bible is one. If we go right now to the Muslim website and we click here, what we will find? Translation, endless translation. I can go over and over and over and over non-stop. All of this is a Muslim translation. So can we say hundreds? Can we say this is different Quran? In fact, we can. Why? Because every translation change words, add words in the same language. So the Muslims, when they claim something, we laugh at it. Even the Quran say clearly that Muhammad in his time, he accepted the Torah and the Bible. Even he took an oath on the Torah. If you go here in the Quran, you will see the following. Chapter 2, verse number 82, chapter 2, verse number 91, chapter 2, verse 101, chapter 2, verse 213, etc. The Quran confirm that what we have with us 600 years after Jesus is true. And when there come to them, this is the Muslim translation, by the way, which is a fraud, a book from Allah confirming what is with them. In Arabic, it doesn't say confirming what is with them. It says musaddiqan, which means believing in what is with them. So what is with us? Is the Bible, not with Muhammad. This is with us. And when is that? You see the Muslim right away, they say to you, Paul, he corrupt Christianity, but this is 600 years after Paul. And as you see, we are the one is showing you from their books that they have tons of Quran. And by the way, the Muslim, they don't have even one original page of any Quran. Not even one script. Even the most famous Quran they have, which is recitation of Hafs. If you open the first few pages until you go to page number 8, it says, this Quran is according to recitation of Hafs, Ibn Sulaiman, Ibn al-Mughira, Ibn etc. is the son of from Uthman. Do you ask yourself why they say recitation? Recitation, because there's no book. But Hafs is a person, he came more than 200 years after Muhammad, and there is still no book. And the Muslim, they claim that this is his recitation. And not only that, Hafs, his hadith is rejected totally. He is a fraud. He lie. All the Muslims agree that we cannot take a hadith from Hafs, for he is a fraud. So how we can accept the Quran of Hafs when he is a fraud? And how we know it's even Quran of Hafs if Hafs never wrote it? It says recitation. So my friend, the Muslim, they try to escape from reality that their prophet is a fraud. You cannot do that with us. You can do with those, who do not know anything about Islam. You can play with them. You can say it doesn't say that. Allah have body part. David Wood says to Muhammad, Mimi hijab. Mimi hijab, he destroyed the question in 2 seconds. Who says that? Well, Allah says that. The Quran says that. Muhammad, he says that. Not a single Jew believed that God have a son, but the Quran says that. But because the other opponent, you do not know how to debate, you don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge. The Muslim, they look like they are winning. But my friend, Islam is the most stupid religion ever you can imagine. The most obvious fraud is Muhammad. And if you don't think after all what we say that Muhammad is a fraud, You have something wrong with your brain. You are taking too much hashish. Everything this guy he said is wrong. His science is wrong. The sun location is wrong. The sunset is wrong. The moon is wrong. The hail is wrong. The sperm is wrong. How the baby is made is wrong. And the list continue. The earth is flat. Allah, he placed mountain in the top of the earth. What the heck is that? And after all this wrong, you will see somebody, because he is a pervert, he chose Islam. For Islam is perfect for pervert. So if you wonder why somebody he accept Islam, my friend, if you are a pervert, Islam is made for you.